Okay, so those have been screwed in as far as I can. I don't want to overdo it because it's plastic into plastic. And we're actually moving on to the wing. So I've put a little bit of thin super glue as per the instructions in here, and then CA'd it, as you can see by my finger, just to add a little bit of extra support. And next we're going to be 4 carbon fibre wing tubes. Oh yes, they don't go all the way through if you have a look in there. That's why there are so many of them. So we'll do that and we'll install the wings. They won't be permanently fitted because I haven't got the room, but that will be how they work. So yeah, we'll take it from there. Okay, so the wings are on. Sadly, because of the super glue, it doesn't fit quite as well on one side as it does the other, but it will do. So now moving on to the fin insulation, we've got to connect this up, drop it down, and then there is a screw that I believe goes through here, yes, which locks it into place. And then from there, the build itself is more or less done. Okay, so that is the rudder fitted. I did have to trim out a little bit below the post here to go in far enough and sort of jiggle it around a bit. And I have put the screw across there, it comes in from the other side. So that is it more or less done. I've got to glue on the little end pieces. And of course, what I'm about to do now, which is refit the thruster vector unit. And then from there, as I say, it is done. That's a little bit of gluing at some point. I've got to sort out the battery situation. Another thing I had to do was break out a little bit of the former here in order to make the things work. It was already broken actually. I had to kind of flip the pieces out of the way. So now we're back on to reinstalling the EDF thrusty doodah, and yeah, we'll then go from there. Okay, so the thrust tube is put back in. It was a real nightmare. I put a bit of blender and tape on it to keep it in place. So what's left to do now is fit the thruster vector unit and then the actual door here, connect up the servo wires to the required halves, easy to remember which is which, and just tighten everything up basically. Okay, so it is finished, kind of. Basically it's finishing off and a lot of fettling, so I'll go from front to back. So I need to actually sort out what's going on in this front half. So I need to put the receiver somewhere. I think I'm going to use this receiver. I mean, why not? It seems alright. As I say, it has been used in something before, and I think it'll be fine. There's a nice little RX section there. I can Velcro it too. I've got to sort out the batteries. So the batteries I've got, are they here? Are they easy to get to? No, they aren't. No, they aren't. But they are 5000 4S65C heavy duty batteries. They'll fit in there, I think, from what I've seen of them. The reason why I got 4S instead of 8S is A, it's cheaper, B, I can use them in more things. So for example, I need 4S batteries of a high capacity and current for the... I wonder what happens if I try... I can't zoom further out. Okay, never mind. I wonder... Because, like, for example, I've got the Concorde that needs 4S, so the batteries will do for that as well. What I've got to work out is how I'm going to sort this out, because I don't use these connectors. I think they're awful. In all honesty, these Horizon Hobby style ones. Just having a look behind me, it doesn't look as if we have any of these in stock. I might order some, and then just make XT60s to match, or XT90s. We've got both in our tray, so it doesn't really matter. To match this, which are the bigger EC5s. Yeah, EC5. So I'll order some EC5 connectors, I think, and then just make a splitter, and then the Concorde can run on XT60s or 90s or whatever they are. That's a nice thing. And you know, loop of Velcro, then Velcro onto that's quite nice. That is well and truly securely fitted, and the masses of cables coming out of there. So yeah, that's that in the front. So we need to balance it, we need to do the battery connections, we need to sort out the receiver. Going further back, so this is sitting far too high above where it should be. Personally for me, I would want to screw it at the back, but it's a shame there isn't one. I need to push this further down and screw it in, or find a different way of securing it, because there is a gap underneath here. And also one of these has a bit of a nervous twitch. The reason why is because it's probably loose. The problem is it's all self-tappers into plastic, and I'm always scared of stripping them, especially something like this where it isn't easy to replace. So what I might have to do is take the tailpipe off again, get in and get the side that's having the problem tightened up a bit more, put the pipe all back together, then I've got to line up the pipes. As you can see at the moment, you got to put a little bit of weight on it, because you imagine there's air running through it when it actually matters. And then what we can do is we need to make sure that is straight, both left and right. And certainly you see it's pointing up now, because the servo's in the default position, even though it isn't plugged in. So that needs leveling down. It also is, I think it's a little bit that way, so we need to cock it center again. So basically, I need to rebuild half it again. Oh, and of course I need to glue these on. But for now, I am going to take the wings off, and that is it going to be done for now. That's what I've noticed. It's shit like this. Which, I wonder if it's made in the same factory as Taft Hobbies, and that's why there's some Taft Hobbies stuff in it. Because I think this is also, the door sequencer is also a Taft Hobbies thing, which is, it looks like it got stuck onto that bit of foam, but with a cable behind it. Something like that. But yeah, it's all in the way that it flies, I suppose, and they do seem to fly nice in the videos. So fingers crossed they will fly nicely for me. But yes, so some fettling to be done, but this is just sort of a Boxing Day build. Something to go on the channel. Hopefully I can edit it nice and easily. I have issues editing stuff off of this phone. I have to upload it to Google Drive, and then downloading is a real pain in the arse. But yes, we've finished with the HP Chromebook for today. It's been very useful. I got it quite cheap, and just for web browsing it's great. Don't really expect much more out of it. You can do office stuff on it, but that's about it. So yes, we'll see how we get on. I'm just very tired, in all honesty, if I don't sound quite so enthusiastic. But yes, we will finish this off in another video, and I'll go over my sort of final thoughts on it once everything is fixed. But yeah, if you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, comment, things like that. I will, of course, you can save money off, possibly not this, but for example the batteries for it off Hobby King or parts from Banggood by installing Honey. There's a link in the description to that. And if you want to support the channel either through Patreon or through a one-time donation, there's links to that as well. But yes, I'm going to take the wings off now and go from there. Well, thank you all for watching. See you all in the next one. And bye-bye. Well, this isn't good news. Just as I'm pulling it apart, this has managed to pull out with the wing, which isn't great. I'm actually going to pull it out and leave it out, so I know that it's happened. But yeah, that's really not glued at all. So I'll ram some glue behind that and push it back in. But yeah, the problem is that because they're a relatively small company, they can't exactly have their own factories. Like, I'm sure Horizon Hobby basically own a factory, even if they don't technically, you know, but they're such a big company that they will bend over backwards to make sure their stuff works okay. But yeah, this is my first phone plane from them. It does concern me slightly, because I do like the RQ7 or RQ6 or whatever the hell it is. But if it's from the same foam factory as this, I'm not overly impressed. But yeah, just thought I'd show you that before I forgot about it. But yeah, we'll see you shortly, and I don't know how I'll have edited this, but never mind.